Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, through His only begotten Son, yahawah, bahasham, yahawashi, bahasham, chakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles who bring notes on it well. Coming back at you with an update. This we're going to get into more on these storms, man, that the Lord's sending. All right.
I was sure by now,
some of these news,
God, you would have reached down,
right, like this one here,
wiped our tears away, stepped in and saved the day. Once again, I say amen, and it's still raining.
We'll play these ones here, the two.
And as the thunder rolls, I barely hear you whisper through the rain. I'm with you. And as your mercy falls,
we're gonna listen to the news. We'll get right into it. Published today.
Coach, we got a coast-to-coast storm that is gearing up to impact millions of you. Live look over in Mount Hood, Oregon, where we've already seen some snow. But for those of you in places like Minneapolis, I mean, it pretty much is going to be the calm before the storm. Now, we are expected to see some heavy snow, ice, flooding, as well as severe weather. It's all a possibility. We already have some winter storm warnings that are going to be going up for most of you across Wyoming. Rollins, Wyoming, is going to have a blizzard warning in effect that is going to be starting at about 2 o'clock tomorrow here. All right, so let's just show you what's going to be pretty much happening with this coast-to-coast storm. This is going to be a long-duration event. I mean, we're talking about from tomorrow all the way through this weekend is when we could see the storm finally exit our region. But as we take a look right now at some of those winter alerts, I mean, places like
we're gearing up for a big late winter storm. Out ahead of it, though, pretty mild today, and that's certainly the case this morning. So if you don't have the day off for the holiday and have to head out, it doesn't feel bad at all in Salt Lake, where we're starting out at 39. There are still some very cold spots.
I'm not gonna play all the news, but you hear for yourself, man. The storm that's getting ready to hit. You know, this is a massive snowstorm that's coming. Okay. And why is this significant? Because the Lord Yahawah sent a massive storm like this over here, over there in not Boston. What's it called? So just like it happened over there in not just Turkey, because Turkey had not that one, but it happened over there in I believe it was. Let me see if I can look it up here. Like I talked about in my last lesson, I talked about it, but Yahawah is starting to send, you know, these different judgments, man. You know, different storms. Like I talked about in my last lesson, I talked in Isaiah 29 and Isaiah 29 and 6. And now we're gonna go in a second. We're gonna go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 4, and we're gonna start down and get to the main point. Ecclesiasticus chapter 43. Excuse me. Let's go to verse. We'll start down a verse. We'll get right into it. Let's go to verse. Let's go to verse 13 right here. Ecclesiasticus chapter 43, verse 13. By his commandment he maketh the snow to fall a space, and sendeth swiftly the lightnings of his judgment. That's what we're seeing. The Lord is sending his judgment swiftly. Okay, just like these earthquakes, not just earthquakes, but also storms, like the snowstorm that's getting ready to hit. This is another thing that the Lord's getting ready to prepare for, a judgment. These are different judgments that the Lord's sending. All right, and they're coming in many forms. You got storms. All right, you know, snowstorms. The list goes on. All types of things. You know, hail. You know, wildfires too, because wildfires are also something that the Lord sends as well upon this place. All right, so this is the things that the Lord's sending, and things that we have to prepare for. How about we have to pray and hope that He has mercy on us and our families, man. All right, hope for mercy. Pray and hope for mercy. His commandment, he maketh the snow to fall a space, and sendeth swiftly the lightnings of his judgment. And the Lord's always sending his judgments out. His judgments are not failing. The scriptures speak about that. All right. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to the light. He faileth not. Let's go from there. Let's go to let's keep reading on down further. Through his throw, this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 43, verse 14. Through this the treasures are open, and clouds fly forth as fowls. By his great power he maketh the clouds firm. All right, and the hailstones are broken small. All right, by his power he maketh the clouds firm. The Lord he's very powerful. Yahawah Shai is extremely powerful. You know, verse 16. At his sight the mountains are shaken, and at his will the south wind bloweth. And it says, the noise of the thunder maketh the earth to tremble, so doth the northern storm, and the whirlwind as birds flying. He scattereth the snow, and the flying down. He what? He scattereth the snow. And are we not preparing for a massive blizzard storm that's coming? See? So the Lord's in control of all this, man, in these storms. He scattereth the snow, and the falling down thereof is as the lightning of grasshoppers. The eye marveleth at the beauty of the whiteness thereof, and the heart is astonished at the raining of it. Let's get to it says, the hoarfrost also is salt he poureth on the earth, and being congealed and lieth on the top of sharp stakes, When the cold north wind bloweth, and the water is congealed into ice, it abideth upon every gathering together of water, clothed with a breastplate. Clotheth the water as with a breastplate. It devoureth the mountains and burneth the wilderness and consumeth the grass as fire. Let's get to the main point. By his counsel he appeaseth the deep, and plenty of islands therein. Let's get to the main point. Let's go down. By him the end of them have prosperous success, and by his word all things consist. And Yahawashi is his word, and Yahawashi, and through Yahawashi we are alive, through this word, through this truth. Well, Yahawashi is the way, the truth, and the life. All right, and the only way we're gonna get to the Father is through his Son, through Yahawah the Father's Son, which is Yahawashi. We may speak much and yet come short, wherefore, and some he is all. How shall we be able to magnify him? For he is great above all his works. Yes, he is, man. I mean, look at the different beautiful, marvelous works, these different things that he made, and not just that, but look at the storms that he's sending. Look at the marvelous power, that he has. Yahawashi Shai. Verse 29. The Lord is terrible and very great and marvelous in his power. I thought God was all love. The Lord is terrible, as in he's powerful, and he's very dangerous with his power. He can pretty much kill somebody, man, with the type of power that the Lord has. Okay? And the Lord is not a respecter of persons either. He'll judge any nation. Okay? So the Lord Yahawashi Shai is also terrible. All right? The Lord is terrible and very great and marvelous in his power. Yes, he is very marvelous in his power. When you have glorified the Lord, exalt him as much as you can. For even yet we will far exceed. And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength and be not worried, for ye can never go far enough. Right. So we have to, pray. Give glory to him. Give glory to his name. Give glory to his son's name. Yahawashi Shai, man. Give glory to those names. Okay? Magnify, glorify him. All right? As much as you can. Because you can never go far enough, man. Verse 31. Who have seen him that he might tell us, and we can magnify him as he is. All right? And by the way, Yahawah, the Father's name, literally means he to be, he exists. Okay? Or he is. And it says here, he is. That's the Heavenly Father's name, man. Yahawah's name is Yahawah, which means he to be, he exists, or he is. And it says here, he is. And so that's the Heavenly Father's name. And his son's name is Yahawashi, because there are no J's in ancient Paleo-Hebrew. That's what Esau made up. The so-called white man gave us that false image, which is the guy that goes back to Caesar Borgia, who slept with his sister and also killed his brother. He also had a lover, a gay lover. That's Caesar Borgia, man. So we know Yahawashi was not a Edomite. He was not a caveman. He was actually a Negro man with woolly hair. And so was his father. And the angels are dark-skinned men as well with woolly hair. There are yet hid greater things than these be, for we have seen but a few of his works. For the Lord hath made all things, and unto the godly hath he given wisdom. And that's why that's how we have this wisdom. We have this wisdom through Yahawah. The godly are the Israelites, in particular his elect, of the nation of Israel, have been given this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of these scriptures in general, have been given wisdom, He's given us this wisdom. We get this wisdom through Yahawah, man. It's a beautiful thing. It's a gift. So the main point was at the top here. Look what it said about him bringing. He's the one that's sending the storms, man. He sent the snow. He's sending the snowstorm. See, we just read it. Where is it at here? Right here. See? By his commandment, he maketh the snow to fall. See, the Lord commands all things. So whenever he wants just like in the time of Noah and the ark, when he commanded the flood to come, the Lord commands all these storms. He decrees it. Whatever he decrees, it goes forth. All right. The Lord is a righteous king. So when he wants a particular storm to happen, all he has to do is give that decree out, and it's going to happen. See, this is his movie. So the Lord's the one that's sending the snow, sending the snowstorm. We just read it. By his commandment, he maketh the snow to fall a space, and sendeth swiftly the lightnings of his judgment. Ooh, see? So Yahawah is extremely powerful, and he's marvelous in his works. He's powerful. We're seeing he's flexing his power by showing us his storms that he's sending. This is him showing his power. He's flexing his power by sending these storms, showing the nations his power that he has. All right. And also showing us that to fear him and to also give reverence and love to him, love and reverence to him, worship. All right. Because he is very powerful and he is greatly to be feared as well. So the will in this lesson has been edifying. All praises to Yahawah. Shalom.